Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll talk about Tuple Python and what they're used for. Okay, so let's put on a markdown so that we can have short notes of what I'm trying to explain across to the audience. Okay, there's a markdown. Let's do some short notes. What a tuple in Python, they are data structure which are immutable after creation. Basically means that once they are created, you can't modify them, you can't change them, you can't change their position. That is just the fact about Tuple. They are more similar than list. They are more similar to list, and they have some similarities. Element in tuple can be accessed just the way element in list can be accessed, and so on and so forth. You can combine two or more tuples to become one, just the way we do. You can do that in list. So let's give a short note of some example to illustrate this. Let's continue. Okay. Can now be changed or modified after creation. There's tuple. So there's one thing about tuple. So let's do or try to do with some examples. Okay, let's create tuple of an item that contains tuple. Remember, tuple are created with simply just brackets. Unlike lists are created with square bracket, with tuple is just the normal bracket. So let's create a tuple item. Okay, call this items created with normal bracket. We are okay. I'm using a string this time. Okay, let's use a string. Okay, let's start the until we have created 5 space. And focus on this put notebook. I just simply book. The other one just put pen. The other we put table. Next, let's put desk. Okay, next let's put we're gonna put any item. We find the classroom window. Let's put shell. Okay, finally let's round up the list by adding we have text shock. Shock or multiply the case to print. So the nice thing to print our items or see the way it displays on the program. Should enter, we have here so we have pen, book, shelf, we have pen, then we have book, then table, deck, shelf, shock, as the case may be. Now, elements in tuple can be accessed, as earlier said, just the way we access element in list. Both use the same indexing method, beginning with 0 and so on and so forth. The first element have the index position of 0, the second element have the index position of 1, and so on and so forth. So let's give a short note example. So we want to give an example of this case and see how it goes. Let's say print. We'll print the first element in the item and the second element in the item. What do you do? Just print item with index position of 0. Come there, print items with index position of 1. So when you print with this programming language, so that the book and pen is the first element, pen is the second element, and so on and so forth. We can also use negative indexing to print from the last element down to the first element. Just negative indexing. So that give a short now. Okay. Now, example, let's particularize what you have written down. For example, print. The example goes like this. We're printing items. Now we're using the negative indexing -1 at the very first last element and print items with the index position of -2. And see what will be the answer. So pattern that results are share the last element on the tuple in the tuple created already was shock. Shock is already created here. Then followed by item share is the second to the last item share. So that is how we can access element. Whether we very first element use the positive indexing method or from the very last element using the negative indexing method. Any method can go. Okay, the next is that tuple can be combined together. That's what we call concatenation in tuple. We also have it in this, it's also applicable in tuple. Okay, I'll give you a short note. Example, let's go. Create two different tuple. Now we're using number. Let's use number num one equals 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, num 2. As the case may be, I want to create num equals to num 1 plus num 2. So print Now, so let's see how it goes. You should enter, let's say, we have combined the first norm and the second norm together to give just one. So, now we call concatenation in programming language where you combine two data together to form a larger data. That's it. So that we start together and give us a larger data. So next we can go, we want to do is creating a range, slicing in tuple. Slicing in tuple. So that word should be named slicing in tuple. So that's what we're doing now, slicing in tuple. The question now, what is slicing a method of creating a range or a subset out of a larger data. That is just it. That is just the meaning of slicing. So give it a short note. Creating a range or a subset from a larger data. Example, here we have already defined our norm. Let's call our norm path NUM as a normal point. Okay, to calling our number is already defined. So already know the system is already defined. So what we're going to do now is very straightforward. I want to create a subset out of this larger data. So what are we going to do? Let's see something unique in this case. What are we going to do? Okay. I'll create a range. Print so norm in the range from the 0 index down to the 4th index. Let's see the subset we can create from this. So enter. Okay, oh, fine. What happened in this place? The 0 index represents the first element. 0, 1, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the first index position is 9, but in slicing, the first index is inclusive while the last index is what? Exclusive. In slicing, the first index is inclusive while the last index is exclusive. That is the reason why 9 was not recorded in this place. Here 0, 3 represent the first, because our index of 1, 5 index of 2, 7 index of 3, 9 index of 4. Since the last index in slice is exclusive, that's why 9 was not recorded. So we can also do something with negative indexing in slice in tuple, how revising the order of elements in the tuple. We use the negative indexing to do that, and it's very okay. And for example, let's continue negative indexing. Yeah, but let me give a short note before that. We use negative indexing to reverse the order of elements in the tuple, we use negative indexing. We can use, okay, let me make it, we can use negative indexing to reverse sorry, to reverse the order of elements in the tuple. That is, make it the first last and the last first. First, okay. There is a bit now. Make it the first, last, and then last. That's okay. Let's do this. How do we do it? I will define a tuple with a name, number. I have a large data, large element. Okay, so print. We're printing none. But this time, we're using negative indexes, double column, then -1. What will happen now? Result will now be, instead of printing 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, it will now start from 8, 6, 4, 2, 9, 7, 5, 2, 1. That's reversing the order of element in the pattern. In the toggle shape, enter, you see that there will be our answer. 8, 6, 4, 2, as the case may. So the tuple in Python is very wonderful structure. They have this distinct, unique feature. One, they are immutable. That is, they cannot be changed or modified after creation, meant to say. Two, you can access the element. They are heterogeneous. That is, can combine different type of data structure in one tuple. That is very good. They are heterogeneous. Yes, very necessary. Terry, another feature of tuple is that tuple. Okay, I think there are two basic features. I think heterogeneous, immutable, and also they contain heterogeneous potato, not different data structure. I think they are the two basic features. Every other feature tuples have, let's also have them. Okay, have a nice day. Subscribe to my YouTube channel to get more of this. So our next topic will still be on tuple, but this time it will be on operation in tuple. Okay, have a wonderful day.